front back, because that way everyone will see your potty.
And we're live. It's not Murmy Potty. Morning, everyone. Welcome to the second demo in today's Virtually Crafty. Really looking forward. Lots of cool makers lined up, especially Andi from Bespoke. It'd be good to see him back later on. Kez doing our awesome stuff. Let's bring in the earworms and we'll start on today's project. So looking after us today, we've got Dave from Di from Making a Better Life. Wayne the Wood Did I himself. It's been one of those mornings. We've got Dale from Maple Tree and Kez from Spirit and Bear.
Hi.
Hello.
The moral of the story, right, is not to update your Windows PC the night before a crafty. Pinned to the top of the chat, it's usually my Buy Me a Coffee, but there is a link up there. Those that aren't aware of Dan Metcalf from Will's Dan, he's a wheelchair-bound turner. He's had 2 accidents that have left him paralysed, and tomorrow he's riding 600 miles virtually to raise money for children that need wheelchairs.
Can I ask a question? Is he in his wheelchair, or is he in a horse or on a bike? Riding.
I think it's a hand bike he's doing it on tomorrow.
Awesome.
Right. So today's project is a off-centered sloping bowl with some of the new chestnut rainbow waxes, inspired by David Lowe, who's a professional turner from the north of England. On the lathe at the moment, we have a bit of 8 by 2.5 ash, and we'll start putting some shape into that, and the guys can let you know who's in.
Go on, Dave.
I'll do. We have the ever lovely Barry Chetty, the absolutely beautiful Bob Nye, the wonderfully vivacious Chris Dodds. I'm already regretting starting this. The CD Hobbs, the lovely Lawrence Brigida, the lovely Michael McEwen, Ricky's Rocket, Robbo Robertson, Terry Hooper. Oh, he's crafty. I got to run out. That's what it is. Jake Thompson, Brian Wood Turning, Chris, particular Wood by Keith. We've got Jennifer Crafty Creations, Chris Gershwind is in, Lawrence Brigida, and a few others. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Robbo's saying he's getting echoes.
Echo?
That's what he said.
Echo.
Oh. Shouldn't do, because the only sound is my headset.
Well, he isn't tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, or is it today? He's ahead of us.
It's all the blood rushing to his head. That's what it is.
Echoes from the past.
It's your heartbeat, Robbo. That's it.
So I'm just using pull cuts, and we're just going to put a basic bowl shape on the bottom.
Scott, did you manage to get any more of the coloured waxes?
No, I have sent Terry a message, because the live I did with him, the first live I showed him, has been really popular. So I want to do some more.
You had the pink and the orange, didn't you?
I've got the pink and the red.
Red, that's it.
But there's 12 colours.
Yeah, I know you said you were going to see if you could get some more.
Yeah, I really like them.
They do look pretty cool.
But as Wayne pointed out, you can get them from a company called, the same type of wax from a company called Buffett.
Buffett,
yeah. You can actually get that from, get the name of the place. Beside Glyn. Snatons, yeah. Snatons sell Buffett.
Right. So that was Mr. Humongous Bowl Gouge. Let's start going to a normal size bowl gouge. How's the video, guys? Is that all right?
Yeah, to me.
Now, what I failed to mention was before we started, I've already turned a tenon on the bottom. And I'm actually turning it between centres, which is why the tailstock's still there.
You added security.
No, it's between centres dice, so if the tailstock weren't there, the blank wouldn't be there.
See what you're saying.
Because of what we're going to do with the blank, I didn't want to put any extra holes or a screw chuck
I've got you.
into this. Come in from the front.
So how many of you guys in the chat reckon you're going to make it through the entire day then? Who's going to be in every live?
I'm going to try my hardest, but I have got to go and help out someone later on. Try and get their lathe back running, so and get in the workshop. As you can see, I've that cat just taken a big chunk out there.
Bob Dolman's just come in, and Stephen Wooddude has just come in as well.
Hiya, Steve.
Oh, Steve, mate.
Just see if I've got rid of that catch. This blank is more about showing you the shape and how we get to that shape. We have got a blue Peter.
Blue Peter badge.
I've got a blue Peter badge.
Oh yeah.
Steve's saying he's just got the hang of this YouTube thing, so I've missed it. I'm not very sure what he means there, not here. What to do, Stephen? If you go onto YouTube and do a search for Virtual Craft Festival, that'll take you to the site, and there's a playlist there. If you hit the playlist, it'll take you straight to all of the things that's going on. They'll follow on one after another.
Or go down into the descriptions, and there's a link down there.
And there's a link in the chat if you follow that, mate.
Right.
Although it's not posted as a link for some reason, because I've mistyped it.
Right.
Valerie's saying she's going to be asleep by 9 o'clock.
That's normally me.
Let's turn the speed down, and we're going to...
There you go. Di's just put the link in for the playlist.
Hi Robert, hi Lawrence, hi JP. Cracking bowl there, mate, and the speed bowl as well.
Oh, the speed bowl. The solicitor is going to be in contact though, Jamie, because, you know, I'm meant to be having the accidents, not you.
Morning, JP, again. And Rudy's Robertson.
Hi Ricky.
And Chris Dodds is saying if Joe was here, she'd already be asleep.
Is it that bad, Chris?
No, that's Joe Senior. I think she fell asleep once. She fell asleep once. See you, Worming.
Oh, bless.
Hey, there's a
Wait,
chance,
mind you,
hang on.
chance I'll do it.
Scott's done that. Scott's
I've done that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear me.
Not long after I built the clean room, I was in Andi's.
Yeah, and I took a screenshot to prove it.
Brilliant.
I think that should be a club in and of itself, snoring earworms.
Yeah.
Right, so that was
JP's asking.
It's
Cares off, Phil.
It's Clasper's listening outside.
What was that, Wayne? Jappy's asking.
No, JP, you said, is that Kez or Phil I hear?
Confusion. Just to confuse everybody.
I nearly got myself in trouble there. I nearly said it was
Why?
a better looking one of the two.
Probably is.
Scott, I'm sure you'll understand this. I'm going to drop off now and go and help one of the upcoming makers get organised. And
yes, mate.
Make sure everyone sends out the link for the virtualcrafty.com throughout the rest of the day. And we'll catch up with you lovely, lovely people later on today. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers for popping in, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right.
So, I imagine Dale's just gone over to help Sneeks.
He has, yeah.
He's coming up next. So, for anyone that's new to the craft day, there's lots for you to look forward to today. We've obviously got Scot now doing the slanted top off centre bowl. We've got Sneeks wall art, who could be doing anything. I'm not exactly sure what project he's doing. It's generally flat work. It's beautiful. Yeah. Then we've got Kez at Spirit and Bear. Kez, what are you doing?
I am making hexagons and bees.
Ooh. So this is just methylated spirits, or for those over the pond, denatured alcohol, just to clean out all the sand and dust from the grain. We want cellulose. We're just going to give it a coat of the chestnuts cellulose sanding sealer. And then, while that's drying, get the Old Faithful Yorkshire grit. This is the original.
Bagsy not singing.
I'm not singing.
No, we'll let the singing have a day off today. Unless Di wants to. Go on, Di, do it.
I'm just trying to. I have to do this thing where I get the words in my head so I don't accidentally sing something not suitable for work. Hands that feel pity can feel soft as your face, with light brown Yorkshire gritty.
Very well done. So for those that haven't used Yorkshire grit before, it's applied with the lathe stationary.
You do have to sing the song though, as you apply it.
Apply it.
Yeah. And then using the same cloth that you've applied it with, and the lathe on the slowest speed, we're going to work it in. And the glint that makes it recommends 3 minutes. But because time constraints today, we won't be doing that.
Chris Dodd says his ears just started to bleed.
Yeah, that'll be about right, Chris.
I don't know, Di's got a better voice than I have.
And me.
I don't know, mate. You were right at karaoke.
Yeah.
I was a few sheets to the wind by then.
This is true. This is true.
Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll get a clean bit of towel. Just going to slightly increase the speed of the lathe. And what we're looking for now, and to know that the grit's done its job, is for the paper to come off clean. You can still see the brown residue there.
Sorry, mate. Pete from
That's
Twisted
right, mate.
Trees has just put something in. It made me laugh because I do it as well. He said, question. If you don't have a camera in the workshop, does Yorkshire Grit work if you show it to a neighbour before applying? and anyone that's been in a workshop hang out with me will notice I instinctively show it to the camera. I think we all do. You just you lift the tin down off the shelf. You make sure the writing's the right way up, and you hold it to camera before you use it. It's just it's Pavlovian at this stage.
Oh dear me.
So I think, we were saying about Glyn putting sanding sealer before grit on top of it. It needs to be sanding sealer camera grit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
dear.
go. Now I know the finish on this is not the best. It's going through the process at the moment. We will remount this one later. So this is the chestnut microcrystalline wax. Again, applied with the lathe stationary.
Chris Dodds has said, Pete, is that the same as if a tree falls in the forest? Does Wayne hear it? He probably does, because it's him cutting it down.
With his axe.
I thought all chestnut products dues were teetotal events.
Right, Steve. Yeah.
Right. And again, with the microcrystalline, you get a better result if you leave it a little while to go hard on the piece. Let all the solvents dry off before you buff it off. There we go. So the basic bottom of the bowl. Now I'm going to move the elbow stabby thing away from the lathe. Chucky. And all I had there was it was on a stub center, but this is a carrier that fits inside the chuck. I'll battle with that later. Now, we're going to go for the slopey bit. Smooth down the way. And what we're going to do is put it in the chuck, but rather than put it flat, we're going to put it off-piste.
Amy's in. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hello.
And I'm just going to make sure.
She says you have gorgeous wood.
Thank you very much.
At the moment, you've got 46 watching, Scott.
Brilliant. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Please check out all the other makers today. There's lots of talent on it, and I know lots of work goes on in the background with Jamie, Dale, and Carl to put this event on. So, as you can see, that's now well off. And I'm just going to spin it by hand, just to make sure we're clear of that. Safety. I can't emphasise how important it is when doing off-centered stuff like this. Make sure your fingers are behind the tailstock, and safety glasses or a face shield. So lay on it slow.
Just come in.
Hi, Katie.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Right, let's go for a sharp bowl gouge.
Nerve-wracking.
This ash is the last bits that I've got that come from the Arundel Castle estate. And it's really hard.
So where were we up to in the running order? We've got as far as you, Kez, haven't we? I think.
Yeah, it's Al's Hack Shack after me.
Of course, Al could be making absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. And staying hydrated, because we know it's important to stay hydrated.
Yep, absolutely.
And it's Brian at Heartwood turning. How's Brian's back? Do we know if he's on form for today?
He's, as far as I'm aware, he's okay.
Good stuff, good stuff.
I wonder what smock you'll be wearing.
Yeah, some bright colours.
Yeah.
Then we've got
amazing ones.
They are cracking. Steve,
after that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had an idea for a smock come apron, but I don't know. I'd miss the maroon jumpers if if I had a smock. And then after that, we're in for a treat. After Steve at SK Krafts at 5 o'clock, we've got Nicole Duke. Hopefully, Bobby popping up in the background there. I think Nicole's doing some. She doing some carving today, or
no? She'll be doing some pottery,
sculpting
probably.
or pottery. Ah, fantastic! Yeah. And after that, we've got the ever lovely Andi Heel. He'll be doing some carving. I think he's doing a Mandalorian's head. Looking forward to that.
Chainsaw carving this time.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
Oh.
And then we've got.
I'll be back in a sec.
No worries, mate. Go and see. That'll be Bryn, by the way, guys. But at 7 o'clock, we've got the Urban Forge. It was his first live stream on the last Craft, and it was an absolutely excellent presentation. So, that donkey Ichibawa.
Somebody wants to Kervall.
Yeah, as long as we don't hear it. Anyway. So yeah, Urban Forge, excellent. And then after that, funnily enough, the guy with the dogs, it's Mr. Clasper wearing the Woodturner at 8 o'clock. And then we've got Stace makes a new one to the Craft 8 at 9. Yep. And then get yourself some food with Franko and Friends at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
I'm back.
Who's after that? Are they all right, by the way, Wayne? Just
who? The dogs.
doggos.
Yeah, they were just after the delivery man. That's all.
Oh, yeah, Robbo's just said the posty's just been eaten.
Yeah, the posty's now running.
Oh, Benjamin's in. Hi, Ben.
Hiya, Ben.
Hi, Ben. Oh, thanks, Ben. Is that because I'm Welsh or Yorkshire or me?
Right. Let's have a look how we're doing on that. So still got some there. Got a big dip in the middle. Okie dokies. Because I've moved the tool rest, we're just going to make sure it's not going to foul the tool rest again.
Yeah, 11:25, Scott.
Cool, thank you.
Don't forget to Oh, those teeth have I got in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Show Scott some support in that way. It also shows YouTube the kind of videos you like to watch.
Robo's asking you, Scott, does dip equal concave?
Yep. It's an English term, Robbo. And we don't want one, we want it flat. I could say an English term, it's a southern term, you know, for those of us that live down near Brighton.
Yeah, 'cause they're always dipping something.
Speaking of Brian, I bet you'd get some really good prices for work in their trinket shops and the like. I bet
Do you know
getting
what?
into them's a nightmare.
I bet their galleries and stuff they have, you could earn
I
a
bought an
fortune.
ice cream there once. It was that expensive. I had to have an holiday.
Dear me.
Alright. How's that looking now? It's gone the other way.
Woodworks is in.
Alright, Chris.
Hey, Chris, mate.
So this is just a big flat negative rake scraper. Throw that back on there. Right. Okie dokies. So, tool rest away. Let's have a new bit of 80 grit.
Robbo's just remarking at the extravagance of having a fresh piece of 80 grit.
It's not even round, Robbo.
I think he's just pushing for acceptance into Yorkshire, to be fair. I think that's what it is.
So I normally buy 3-inch round discs from Taylor's Murfield. It's a net abrasive. Made by Merck, they're the people that make Abranet.
And you just coming up for 11:30, Scott.
Cheers, mate. So something I did really learn at the Chestnut Weekender, and I've been turning 5 years now, is that all your sanding is done with your first grit. The other grits are there to take away the marks from your first sanding.
Makes sense.
Did you not know that?
No.
Every day's a school day.
And that's something that all the demonstrated mentions, is that every day is a school day. We all picked up bits and bobs off each other whilst we were there.
Showing off centre.
Everybody has different ways of doing things as well, though, don't they?
Yep.
Now, when I first started turning, I had an old Clark lathe. The cheapest tools from China, and I'd spend all day sanding.
It can be done.
Yeah.
To not good effect. It's just a piece I've worked on recently, the Purple Heart thing. I just because of the nature of the piece, there was lots of sanding and then reversing it and then hand sanding bits off. I just got into a really good routine with it, and I realised that's what I've been getting wrong. Is just sticking to the routine.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to push yourself out your comfort zone, don't you?
What are we up to? 1:30. Okay.
What was that, Kez?
Sometimes you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone to be able to learn new things and do differently.
Yeah. In fact, that's probably it. It was probably because it was an expensive bit of wood. I was thinking, I've got to get this right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's up to a 180. Because I'm going to paint it and decorate it, I'm not going to go anymore. What we're now going to do is we're going to take a liming brush, which is just a soft brass brush, and we're going to brush out all that grain. This effect works best on grains with a fairly open grain, so the likes of ash, oak, elm.
And Ben's just put in another top tip is to use the side of the abrasive with a rough surface. The Velcro bit on the back is rubbish for sanding.
That it is, Ben.
Yep.
In fact, the Velcro on the little pads underneath where the abrasive should go, they're not so great for sanding either.
No. Okay, now we're going to go for the acrylic sanding sealant. Now, like Wang, if I'm going to use an Ebonizing Lacquer, I like to put a sanding sealer underneath. It works as a primer, stops all the lacquer disappearing into the wood. Well, that's just drying off. We're going to
And
set
Stephen
up my
Wood do said he learned to hand sand with the green between grits, and it works for him.
Yeah, I do that too. I like that.
Let's have a new bit of Fomex. Oh. So this is just a bit of a crude way of protecting your tools, your lathe.
Are you going to knock that sanding sealer back or not?
Yeah, I will in a minute. But I know this this Ebonizing Lacquer hasn't been brilliant. There's a little bit. Right. That's dry. So we'll just knock this back. This is just a bit of the white Nyweb from Chestnut. Okay. And then we're going to hit it with the Ebonizing Lacquer. How are we doing on time, guys?
Coming up 25-2.
Right. I need to get a wiggle on.
Wayne, just pull your mic down a bit, mate.
No bother.
Adam at I Love Woodturning popped in. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Adam. Let's give that a little helping hand.
Hi.
What are we up to? 25 2. So you can still see the open grain in there. And then we're going to use the new range from Chestnut, the rainbow waxes. I need to get a really wiggle on.
So Adam is sitting in a coffee shop in Ipswich, having a coffee and a sausage roll to keep him company.
Nice.
Awesome.
If you can do a Deliveroo down to Horsham, that'd be appreciated.
It's my last row, like.
Is that dry enough to work on? Yeah. Lose them now. Let's go pink on this one. Where's the paintbrush gone? So these waxes from Chestnut, they're called rainbow waxes. But what you can do with these is you can use these with a flow medium or a reducer, either to thin the waxes down and use as a paint.
Ooh. Shows up really well on that black.
I'm adding ideas as well. Every time you use these, Scott, I come up with more ideas for them.
Oh, do you know what? I love these. These are...
You know that being able to thin it down to the point.
Yep.
Do you reckon you could get it thin enough for the airbrush?
I don't know.
Because what I'm thinking,
I'll tell you what, you try your airbrushes and let me know.
All right, mate, yeah, I'll do
exactly.
that. Yeah. I'm all right. We're putting a bit of boiling water through my airbrush to clear any waxes out, to be fair, mate. But anyway, I'm just thinking it would give you very, very controlled application then. So you could use the effect that you're going to use today, but lots of different colours, lots of different patches of grain.
So I'm not going to do this whole blank because we have got a blue Peter one. So what you do is you do the whole blank like that. This is just a reducer from Chestnut. Now, as you can see on the top there, you've got quite a bit of overspill. Now, if you turn that on and try and buff that off, it's still there. With the reducer, that's a bit much, but hey ho. This is another thing that went out at the weekender, isn't it? At the Chestnut weekender.
The tack cloth.
No, the reducer.
Oh, the reducer.
Everyone had seen David Lowe and Emma Cook, the Tiny Turner, do these.
Sold out. Yeah.
It's sold out. As you can see, it then takes it. So you've got the black and the grey. Which is why I love this. So, in true Blue Peter style, and we've got 20 minutes. We'll throw that over there in the workshop because we don't need that. We'll take that one off. And here's one I made earlier. So this is with the red. It doesn't show that well on the camera, does it? What about if I put a bit of extra on? Does that show it a little bit better?
That's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hodge
And what
Podge
I've
it in.
also done. Hiya, Hodge.
Hey, Robert.
What I've also done, just to speed up the process for today, is I've
And
marked.
Donald B. Woodturners in as well.
Oh yeah, I've marked where we're going to put the bowl. Now what we've got to remember is when we get here, is it's thinner over here than it is over here. So we're just going to do, which one? That was a sharp one, wasn't it? Buried it under everything else. Happy that's not going to go in there. Bit of speed on.
So guys, don't forget, after Scott, we've got another 14 hours of crafting for you to go with some fantastic different crafts, different makers. Loads to look forward to. We're going to pop the link in the chat for Virtual Craft Day. And if you click on that, it'll take you to whichever live is current.
Nope. Billy at the speed control.
Yes.
And
I've
that's
got
in
to move that
another room.
New bowl gouge. How are we doing on time, guys?
You've got 15 minutes
Just
left,
122.
mate. This definitely looks like one of them projects that could teach you to keep your hands behind the tool rest
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
in a very visceral manner.
I've got to ask though, why would you want to put your fingers on the other side of the tool rest anyway?
Well, other than when I'm thread chasing, I don't. But it's that back of the hand or wrist or elbow that just creeps around the side that normally cuts it, or knuckles. Or in my case, like usually stepped away from the lathe and then step back and just jam a tool on my hand in the spinny bit. That's usually something I'll do.
That's not advisable.
Clumsy-itis.
Yeah.
Stop that for a minute. Stop trying to take such a big cut, Scott. Does anyone else talk to themselves when they're turning?
Yep.
I don't think I stopped talking to myself half the time.
My wife thinks it's because I'm mad. I just tell her I need expert advice.
Is that why Phil talks to himself all the time now?
He's actually talking to you, Kez. You're just not
I'm
paying
not
attention.
My dad starts telling me jabbering away about something. I go, what? I'm not talking to you. Okay then. Then when you're talking to me, wonder why I don't listen.
Or just seeing he talks to Harry.
Brilliant.
Nah.
Yeah.
See, perhaps I need to get Di to make me a workshop friend.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
If Emma can have a Gary, I'll have a Rodney.
Oh, crikey. Yeah.
You can't beat a bit of only fools, mate.
Yeah. Everybody needs a Grandad Albert.
And
Oh,
Ben,
yeah.
Ben's saying that he talks to himself all the time. We both annoy each other, and neither of us have any idea what we're doing.
Brilliant.
Oh, right. Where's my
Sounds
big
like one of
screen?
me's got out.
Right, Amy's asking, just a thought, would drawing a pattern on the wood with a candle, then colouring, then buffing off the candle wax work? Yes, it would, Amy, and you can do exactly the same thing using hot melt glue.
Similar to batik.
Oh, I did that when I was at school. My nan's still got the flat cushion on her sofa. It's that old.
The Wood Booth says, what a great day. Sunshine, wood turning, great chat, and the virtual craft festival.
Okay.
Nice one, Steve. Glad you're enjoying yourself.
So, I'm not going to finish the inside of the bowl. You all know how we do that. Sand it, seal it, wax it. What I want to show you, and I'm conscious of time, is now how we're going to hold it. Now, we've got this spigot on the bottom. Now, if you were doing a normal bowl, you can mount it on a faceplate or against a bit of board with some router matting, and you'd be able to turn that off. That's obviously off center. Another Blue Peter moment. What we're going to do is we're going to put this on a pedestal or what do you want to call it? I don't know. A cheaty holdy thing. I need the other chart.
A foot.
A foot. There we go.
That's the
I
word
need
he was
the other
looking
chart.
for.
Yeah. Do you know what? This morning's just been one of those days. Take that one off. We'll work with that later. I've got 10 minutes.
You're doing all right, mate.
Woodworm Paul says, hi, everyone.
Hello, Paul.
Hiya,
Hi,
Paul.
Paul.
It's just, where's the right bowl? There's the right bowl.
Terry Hooper wants to know, Scott, would your workshop friend be an ambulance?
I'm not in knitting an ambulance.
With I tell you the truth, with the amount of accidents he has, it probably should be.
I haven't had an accident for a while. That's jinxing it.
Would it be like one of the cars then with your eyeballs on the windscreen?
Oh, like Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Ambulance.
somewhere, I don't know where, I've got a picture of me next to Lightning McQueen in my ambulance uniform. Only because my boy was young at the time.
Yeah.
We believe that, Scott.
Now I've lost Chuckley. Let's use that one. Let's come back to the main cam, throw that lot out the way. I've got the rest of the day to tidy up. And there we go.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Now it's up to you whether you just rest it in there or whether you glue it in there. I've got to remount it and obviously sand the inside. But there we go. Let's bring the guys and girls back and say thank you very much for coming in and earworming.
Not a problem, pal.
Welcome.
I'm getting plenty of spinning and carding done whilst I'm chatting.
So Gav's got a question there. Can you not just put it in the chuck and part it off? The problem being, Gav, can I reach a board? Imagine that's on your headstock. When that's spinning, that's not.
Well, you don't have to do it that way, though, Scott.
Okay.
Well,
How else would you do it, man?
You do it the way that I do it. You've seen the way that I do it. You put a block of wood in a chuck, put some non-slip matting over it, put the bowl on, bring the tailstock up into your tenon, and then you turn the tenon off.
A friction
Even though
drive.
that's going to be off centre.
Don't drive off
Of
the rim,
course,
drive off the centre of the bowl.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if the bowl's off centre. You've got a piece of wood in the chuck, rounded off. Okay.
Yep.
A piece of non-slip matting. You put the bowl on there, so it's sitting on the non-slip matting. Bring the tailstock up. It doesn't matter about the top having a slope on it.
Yep. I get what you're saying now. And then go put your tailstock into
Your
the centre.
tailstock in there, and then you turn the tenon off.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Right. Don't forget, guys and girls.
Jippy's just said, wow, Phil, don't half look like Kez.
The twins.
Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Don't forget to join all the other excellent demos today. Sneeks wall art is up next. Did one of you guys have Sneeks link or the virtual crafty link available?
I'll pop that in again.
Right.
Yeah, if you are following the virtual crafty link, it will just automatically switch over to Sneeks.
I'm not very sure if Sneeks is on the playlist yet.
He's here.
If not, I'm going to find him now. Is his link in your description, Scott? Or
no, because I couldn't find it before I started.
No, because he was having problems setting it up. That's what they've been doing while Scott's been on.
Right, I've got you.
Cool.
Yeah,
okay, I'm going to hit the button there. Don't forget to join everyone else later on. I shall no doubt see you in the chat. And earworming for Kez. So
I'll see you
tidy this mess up and I'll see you there. Right.
I'll be back at 1. Bye.
See you later. Bye.